Hi, thank you for joining me for this happy back taster session that you can do at home. All you need is a wall and a chair. They are optional. Even though I'm going to use them, you can be just standing up without the wall or sitting on the floor instead of a chair. Most of what I'm going to do today is applicable to anyone. However, if you have osteoporosis, there are two exercises that you should skip. I'm going to call them out when we get there. Everything else should be fine, and it's also knee friendly. We're going to start with some breathing. So have your feet hip width distance apart. If you don't know what that is, you can just have your hands on the bony bits of the hips with the fingers pointing down, and your ankles should be underneath your fingertips, so where the fingers point to. Have a micro bend in the knee, don't hyperextend them. Have a neutral spine, which means don't tuck your tailbone underneath, but also don't take the bum back. It should be sort of in the middle. A long spine, imagine you're being pulled up, lengthening from the crown of the head up, shoulders back, and chin parallel to the floor. Nice. We're going to inhale, and you can have your hands on the ribs just so you can feel this. As you inhale, you're going to try to send the breath in your upper body, spreading the ribs. So you're inhaling to the sides and back of the ribs. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Let's do 3 more of these. Inhale. So my hands are being pushed away without lifting the shoulders up. 3 more. And exhale. Looking forward. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. And release the arms. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to focus now on the exhale too. As you breathe out, you push out through the mouth like you would be pushing through a straw. And at the same time, you're squeezing the belly button in and squeezing your lower muscles to come up. So it's almost like you're tightening a belt and stopping yourself in the middle of a V. Let's try that. Same inhale. Expanding, and as you exhale, inhale to expand, and as you exhale, tighten the belt and squeeze your pelvic floor muscles. We'll do 3 more of those. Inhale and exhale. Two more. And last one. Good. Can relax a bit. We're now going to use the wall. It's mostly for feedback and to have a straight line that can guide you. You can do this just by standing up. If you have osteoporosis, skip this one and stay with a breathing exercise for another 5 repetitions or so. If you have a wall, let's go next to the wall though. And I have about a foot forward and the knee slightly bent. And we're going to use the wall to flatten the back. That means we do have a natural curve here. You'll have to slightly tuck your tailbone and pull the belly button in to flatten this part of the back, and then just roll yourself and try to have the shoulder blades connected, shoulders relaxed, chin parallel to the floor. And this is already a bit of work because you're already engaging your belly and the back is flat. You can have your hands here next to the wall. I'm gonna cross them in front of me so you can see my back. On your next inhale, again, breathing into the side and back of the ribs. And now you have feedback from the wall, you feel it behind you. And as you exhale, we're going to slowly roll down, starting with chin to chest, and then through each vertebra at a time, rolling down, and focus on keeping the rest of the spine still on the ground. So don't lift it until it's time for it to roll forward. Let's stop halfway to take another breath in. Again, exhale, continue. Pull the belly button in, pelvic floor muscles up, roll forward, just until the lower part of the ribs has lifted from the floor, from the wall. We're going to take another breath in. And now we're going to do the opposite. As you exhale, start rolling back, vertebra by vertebra. And also focus on the rest of the spine still being on the wall. Let's take another breath in. And exhale to continue. See if the lower back has lifted. Put it back. And then slowly, shoulder blades, and the head is the last one to lift. Okay, we'll do this 4 more times, a bit faster now that we know what to do. It is a lot of core work, but that's a good thing. Okay, inhale to prepare. Exhale, roll down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, squeeze the belly in, roll yourself up bit by bit, making sure everything that's on the lower portion of the spine is still down, and shoulder blades back. Okay, 3 more times. Inhale, exhale to roll. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale. Squeeze your belly in and pelvic floor muscles, and let the belly be the one that the movement originates from. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. And lift. Last one. Inhale. And relax. Whew. We're going to do some stretching now. Your upper body muscles worked a lot to get you into that really straight posture. So we're going to move around, bring some mobility and some flexibility back in the muscles. We're going to start with the chair. Have your fingertips on the back, and we're going to just walk back, trying to find a straight spine. So really extending from the crown of the head forward, but also from the sides of your body. Try to look somewhere, for me it's between the legs of the chair, just so that my neck is still like an extension of the spine. For some might be looking down. And now, without moving the feet, we're going to try to just move the tailbone towards the right. Stretching more through the outside hip, waist area. Coming back through the center and then moving towards the left. Almost like a dog wagging its tail. Coming back through the center, we're going to walk forward and come to sit on the chair. Sit somehow on the edge, or towards the edge of it, with the feet hip width distance, ankles underneath the knees. And let's find a long spine again. Beautiful. Take your left hand outside your right thigh, and the right hand will come behind you, almost like you'll have another spine. Inhale to lengthen, make sure your back and neck are long, and then exhale without pushing, just twist towards the right from your belly button. Beautiful. The breath can now be normal. You can inhale and exhale through your nose. Inhaling, coming back to the center. Take a moment to reset. And then right hand outside the left thigh, extending first. Left fingertips are back. And then exhale, only a tiny twist towards the left. And then inhale, come back through the center. For the next one, I have two options. You can either have your ankle just above the knee. I'm starting with the left, so left ankle above the knee, or if this is uncomfortable, you can just slightly cross the legs and lift up and bring the knee towards you and towards the opposite shoulder. So you'll feel a stretch here. Whichever version works for you, use that. I'm gonna stick with the figure 4. Having that top foot flexed, inhaling through the spine, and if that's okay and you want a bit more, you can actually just slowly lean forward from the hips, hinging from the hips, not rounding the spine. When you hinge forward, always think about the chest moving forward rather than down. If you're folding, inhale, look forward, and then exhale, coming back. Let's switch sides. Flexing that foot. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, maybe hinging forward. Feeling now the stretch in the outside right hip. Let's do 3 more breaths here. Inhale, look forward. Make sure the spine is long, and then exhale to come back through the center. Take your feet wider than hip width distance. Slightly pointing towards the outside. Gonna make sure I have my sitting bones comfortably down. Starting with the hands on the thighs, we're gonna hinge from the hips and move forward. Maybe then taking one forearm down And then the other forearm down, chest forward. Okay, need to reset there. I was rounding a bit. And maybe the fingertips will reach down. So keep pressing with the right forearm into the thigh to keep the spine long. And then left fingertips down. Push with the fingertips. So we'll have that lift. And maybe the other ones will touch down. For me, this is a bit too much. So I'm going to come back a step. I'm going to keep pressing with the left fingertips to keep the spine long and take the right forearm on the thigh. Pressing with that forearm now to keep the lift and switch. Put the left forearm on the thigh. Okay, and to come out completely, I'm going to keep pressing with the left forearm. Long spine, right hand on the right thigh. Now pressing with the right hand into the right thigh. Switch. And then come all the way back up. The last thing we're going to do is a deep forward fold. If you have osteoporosis, do the same fold that we did before. You can do this from the ground or from the chair. I'm going to stay on the chair. And I'll start with the knees completely bent, so 90 degrees. Might move back a bit on the chair. I'm going to slowly roll myself. I want the chest to be able to rest on the thighs. I'm going to lower myself, relax the head. If you have a lot of flexibility in the legs, you might walk the feet forward a bit. Or just as far as you can still rest the chest on the thighs. I'm gonna go back just a bit. I'm gonna rest here for 10 breaths. We want the chest to have support so that the back muscles can release in time, just using gravity, nothing else. No pulling, no pushing. And you might feel them now, especially lower back muscles. And then we're going to slowly roll ourselves back. Feet back. Just to end everything, I'm going to invite you to stand up with the feet hip-width distance apart or together if you want. I'm going to have them hip-width distance. We're going to take a full body stretch. So inhaling the arms up, stretching the belly, and then exhale, coming back through the center, roll the shoulders a few times. And that's it. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm looking forward to practice with you more. Bye.